Oh my God. Hey, are the listeners here? Did you know that this podcast has adult languages and themes sometimes? Listener discretion's advised. Just get the kids out of here. If you're looking for a serious podcast about Mongolian politics.
Ooh. Or a podcast that explores the current banking stuff that's happening. I don't know.
What about a spoken word performance by yours truly?
Or a podcast that you could absolutely follow word for word.
No, don't have that going on. This is not the podcast for you. I'm Sarah, that's Haley, and we're here to ring in the new year. What? Question mark? All right. Hi.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Hi guys.
Oh my God, we're back.
That's what you're back.
We're back. It's the third one we've done. That's 3. That's a hat trick in hockey.
It's a nice round, even number.
Wonderful. Three. Combination between 3 and 5. What is up with you? Tell me. Tell the listeners about your pedicure and what color you chose.
Okay, so first of all, we met for a pedicure a couple days ago.
Because we're cool like that.
We are. Made an appointment, got there first thing when the place opened. That's how we roll on a Saturday after St. Patrick's Day.
Also, make a wish. It's 11/11.
Ooh, I hope it comes true.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we met to have pedicures, and we were both like, what color do you choose? Because they give you this wheel of 100,000.
Yeah. It's more than Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat, I'll tell you that.
It's more.
At least 3 times as many colors.
At least. As a mathematician, I can guesstimate. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so you were looking at all these neon colors. I was like, should I pick a neon color? Maybe I will. My younger self, my inner child would love that.
Yeah.
And so I thought this neon pink color would be so cool. And then instead I absolutely went for the most neutral color you can pick, which is basically see-through.
It's 4 seasons.
That's what she called it, the lady.
Oh yeah. Mine was spring.
Yeah. And she was like, yours is 4 seasons. And I was like, I will come back here. And then we had paraffin wax done on our feet after, which is just, you put your foot in a bag full of hot wax.
Yeah.
After that wax cools down and is peeled off, your feet feel amazing.
They sure do. They look good. They smell good. I bet they even taste good.
I'll tell you, I went to go see a little baby after that, and the baby was fascinated by I was wearing pink socks. And so he was super interested in them, but the socks had been in my shoes, and my shoes are not great. And so he puts my big toe in socked toe in his mouth, and he just kind of goes, meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he was trying to eat my because I have red fingernails right now, and he was transfixed.
Oh man.
Do you have your phone on you? I'm going to text you a picture of the baby.
Please.
So you can see.
You gotta see the baby. Elaine.
So sweet. I want to see your reaction in real time. 8 months.
It's a good age. Okay, I got a text message from him. Look at that face. That is that's a baby from a movie. This kid's got character.
He's this little ginger baby. Here's another picture.
I'm obsessed with this child. What is this?
His name is Logan. Look at this picture of him.
He looks like an Archie.
Yeah. And so sperm donor baby, look at the picture I'm showing you. With my hand.
Oh, sorry. I have my Trello board up.
Look.
Oh, look at that. Blue eyes, but they're those little basset hounds, cute little sad eyes, but he's got the biggest little chubber cheeks and smile. So it's that he kind of looks like a little old man at the same time. It's the cutest baby that should be in multiple like I will buy a product with that baby on it. Yeah,
Like,
adorable.
so sperm donor baby, as you can see, bright the fuck red hair.
Yeah.
Not listed on the sperm donor.
Well, does she have any of that in her family history, genetics?
I don't think she does. So it must be him. Because, like, I know for me, like, my dad has a little bit of, like, red in his beard. But other than that, like, you have to go quite a ways back to get, like, the red hair. So I'm not sure where the fuck it came from ripping through just to land on my head. But there you go.
There you go. Magic.
Obviously, I am good with it. How was your weekend?
It was great. Busy. We had people over, and we watched the Formula One race in Saudi Arabia, which was phenomenal. Max Verstappen, who's like one of the best, he wasn't able to. His car died in qualifying, so he didn't get a pole position. And usually he's like first or second, so he went in 15th and finished the race in second place. Like that's only ever that never happens because he's such a good driver. There was no crashes. It was a great race, really fun to watch. So that was our Sunday morning, and yeah, we got our nails done. It was Sophie's choice over color because I'm like, well, I'm bouncing off, St. Patrick's Day. We're coming into Easter. I ended up going with the color that represents my partner's business, Lima Teal. Lima's Teal. Their garage doors are that color.
Aww.
And their logo is that color. So I didn't even realize that I did it. So it's a teal kind of turquoise color, matches the ink on the tattoo on my feet, and no regrets. Feet. Yeah. We went bowling too since the last time we recorded. And Lord knows my first 3 shots were shit, but I came around. By the time I started my second beer, I started to get a little more loosey-goosey and pulled a couple muscles in the process, but it was fun.
I definitely pulled my left glute. Like I can't seem to like get up without it failing now. So that's fine.
Your left glute. My left glute. Oh man. We had some pickle spears with a ranch.
It was so good. I don't think we broke 100. I got 69.
You sure did. That a girl. Yeah, it was fun. I think we should go back.
We will.
I love it. I love that journey for us.
You know what I like?
Tell me.
That between us we had, I mean, mine weren't real, but between us I think we had like 7 beers and dill pickle spears and fries, and like the bill was like $50.
I know.
How?
Yeah.
Like,
I know, it's so cheap there.
Like, I'm not going to ask questions, just pay it and leave.
Yeah. Just get the hell out of there. Happy birthday to John Delancey.
When was his B-Day?
It's today.
Oh, happy birthday. I knew there was something special about March 20th, and it has nothing to do with the spring equinox.
Not at all. It's all about Q. So I saw that and I was like, I love that. He's a good man. He's a handsome man.
He sure is.
He's a little dancing man. I don't know. Does he dance? Okay, let's get to it. We have some sponsors to thank, and I'm just going to quickly launch into that. Thank you, Fansets. You're our sponsors, and you're the best. Did you know that they have some new pins? I saw on their website there's a cool new Cisco one, Deep Space Nine, and there's a 40-year anniversary Wrath of Khan pin. And I was like, okay, now they're getting into like an anniversary pins. Like that's pretty cool. And they got like some magnetic ones and stuff. They got so much going on. It's pretty rad. So if you ever want like a badge or like a Delta pin, like you got to go check them out. They have over 400 licensed Star Trek pins and new ones coming out all the time. So just check it out. Do yourself a favor. Fansets.com. And because we love our listeners and because Fansets is so generous, if you punch in the discount code TrekGeeks, all in caps, with no spaces, you get 10% off your entire order. Say it.
Fansets. Our pins have character.
Okay, we watched a season 4 TNG, as we do,
Yep.
episode.
Did
And
we
it was,
ever?
oh man. I watched only the first half of it.
Yes, and
You
and
watched just the second half of it. So we have no idea what we're doing. That's why it's funny. It's called Future Imperfect, and this podcast is imperfect. So it's all kind of perfect.
there you go.
I love it. Okay, so I'll start with my synopses and then you roll into yours.
Perfect.
It's like the easiest thing to ever do on a Monday at 11:19.
Oh, I'll also preface that the second half of the synopsis, that the part that I do, I did after I had a little bit of a joint.
Some of the devil's
So
lettuce.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on because I didn't watch the first part, but it's pretty funny. Come
Awesome.
along on the ride.
I can't wait.
Over to you.
Now we gotta put in the disclaimer, like reference to drug use.
Like, I mean, it's legal here,
yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
I got it. Okay. Oh man, this episode starts with a bang. Tromboner playing Riker on his birthday. And is that a blooper in the beginning when Marina/Troy hits him? And so he forgot his line and they all start laughing and then it fades out because he forgot to say that he wants music lessons when he blew out his candles. I think it's an actual blooper they left in the episode, and Internet Movie Database did not give me details on that.
Oh.
Okay, there's a super creepy security guard standing around like he's really trying hard to hold in a fart, and the ship is being probed. Maybe there's like secret Romulans or something. And they refer to this planet as barren and inhospitable, just like my womb.
Oh.
Let's go dark. Okay, they hit the planet and they start coughing when they are on the planet, like Riker and a few, I don't know who else. A few people went down to a planet and they start coughing, just like when I step out of a Vegas casino, and then boom, Riker is down, then up. But he's being called captain now when he wakes up. And then you get like the opening credits and you're like, something's up. So Beverly, wakes up Will and is like, "You're awake, Captain." And his memory of the last 16 years is gone. Some virus he got on that planet 16 years ago altered his memories formed since. So I'm believing it. Are you?
Yeah.
So now we find out he's been captain for 9 years and his memory might not come back. Damn. And so he's all like wandering around trying to figure out his shit. And Geordi and Worf didn't catch the same virus. Somehow Geordi was immune and Worf is just like, I'm a Klingon and I don't get sick. So, And then we see LeVar and he looks all handsome because he doesn't have his visor on. We get to see his beautiful eyes and I always appreciate those moments. And then there's like, a ship showing up and Riker's like, "Shields up, red alert." And then they're like, "We're expecting these Romulans." And he's like all mad that he hadn't been briefed about it. And it's like, dude, when would there have been time? You literally woke up 3 seconds ago and have walked from one room to another. You can't yell at your staff for not getting you this information in time. Be responsible manager or captain or whatever the case is. Anyway, the Romulan ship is cameras up and it's Picard and Troy, and Picard's an admiral now. What's going on? So apparently Riker saved a Romulan or something a few years ago and now he's got to do some fancy captain work, and he's like, dude, I cannot with the Romulans right now because according to my memories they're not good. So Troy offers to take Riker to his quarters and just like waltz him over there. And oh boy, is he in for a surprise. He's got a son named Jean-Luc and mom's dead. She was the new ship's counselor after Troy left. So Riker's just standing there looking at his kid. And I recognize the kid from Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. A show I used to love when I was 10. And we learn that after 16 years, Riker still can't play the trombone. And he goes to meet with the ambassador, which is that's expected of him. And seriously, this is just also badly planned on Admiral Picard's part. And you know what? There's also something fishy going on, if you ask me. It just seems too weird. So Haley, why don't you explain it all in a really simple, straightforward 3-sentence? No.
I wish, because I haven't looked since anyway. So So I start and it just says, thanks for giving me the goddamn timestamp. And then I scroll down and see that you did give me the timestamp because when we were talking, you were like, just start when he's playing trombone with his son. And I'm like, his son? What's going on? Anyway, so I find the timestamp. You even tagged me in the comment with the timestamp.
See, I knew I did something, but my brain.
I did not know that my username is Haley Miller 35. So there you go.
Haley Miller 69 is more like it.
Heyo. I'm glad I saw I'm reading verbatim. I'm glad I saw the timestamp because I would have started at 1930 instead of 2210. And also, I need to disclose that I am slightly stoned after a long day in the coal mine. Okay, so I did not watch the first part of this episode. So at the time of writing, I do not know what the hell is going on. Some Romulan is aboard and Picard is in his dress scrubs. What uniform? Long jacket? Short coat? Now, some of you are thinking of cake, either the band or the dessert. But you know what I'm learning, Sarah? Cake doesn't have to be a dessert. Cake can be an anytime food. I paid for and watched the first 11 minutes of an intuitive eating course.
You don't even like cake. How is that?
I don't. I know. Moving on. I have not even pressed play yet.
Oh, this is a great synopsis. I'm so glad I didn't pre-read it.
Oh my God. Go. Holy shit. What's up with Admiral Father Time? Did Picard move up the ranks and stop shaving and getting his hair cut? Wait, and Troy is old. And Riker is old. Everyone is older. On the bridge, Worf is at the con, and a Ferengi is also at the con? The hell? Data is... Wait, their con badges are weird. Everyone goes to the ready room, and Data takes Tomahawk to the screens or something. Riker is captain, and Troy is question marks? She has no pips. None of them do. What is happening?
What a random, but yet perfect episode to be dropped into the middle of Stoned.
I'm trying to fucking figure out what's going on. This is good. What is going on with me and my attraction to Picard for the first time ever?
It's like him at his worst. That facial hair is terrible.
Crying.
I know.
Crusher just said to Riker that his son is injured and he needs to go to sickbay right away. What a throwback to the third episode of Picard, season 3.
Don't they do anything original in this series?
I know. Crusher is wearing an inappropriate hairstyle. I think you might have to edit that.
I totally will.
He's talking to Riker about...
Oh my God, it hurts so much. Who had the hairstyle, Troy?
Crusher!
Bun on her head. Eyes are stinging.
Why did I even put makeup on today? She's talking to Riker about Riker's son. I'm just letting this ride. I have no clue what's happening, and I don't remember the episode from the before times. That's before the pandemic. Okay, the before time. That's what we call before the pandemic in public health. It's been 16 years. I have to put some potatoes in boiling water. Hang on.
Okay, well, hang on.
Hang on.
Who are you talking to?
You know what? This kid is probably technically or scientifically more attractive than Wesley, but I had no time for this kid in my original TNG days. Enough about attractive children. Riker takes his son, Zachary? I don't know his name.
It's Jean-Luc.
I know, I didn't know.
Zachary.
To the turbo lift and gives him a little life lesson about he's inept and unprepared to be a father. His son is like, what? And I think, well, that did nothing for the kid. It's all about how Riker is feeling. And then he tells the kid that he doesn't remember anything about his life up until this moment. And then he gives him a nice hug. And then they decide to build some new memories.
Oh, God.
Riker says, like to take his son Zachary to a fishing program in the holodeck. Zach knows all about it and explained he's been with him and his mother a lot to the program. Riker knows that she passed away but doesn't know who she is, I guess. I don't know. Because he asks what she was like, and then he asks the computer to display his family record. LOL. I guess I thought
You thought that was funny.
What?
Have you read this since you wrote it when you were like hotboxed? Awesome.
No. Okay, I don't know I can't remember what comes up here when he asks the computer to display his family, but I say, what the fuck kind of terrifying clown mime fucking mask bullshit Harry Styles pantsuit is going on? Oh snap, the computer won't display his dead wife. Zach tries requesting a picture of his mom and uses a specific date that looks like someone's birthday. Oh, it's Zach's birthday. Zach. We see the mom and wife, and she's pretty stunning, but she is also apparently Minuet, and the soundtrack changing to minor chords suggests that this is not welcome news.
Yes.
On the bridge, Geordi has full-on eyes! Exclamation point. He is so handsome.
He is. He still is.
Even like when he takes the visor off and his eyes are all cloudy and crazy, I'm like, whoa. Riker starts asking questions to clarify where and when he is or something because he thinks something is up. Basically, he's trying to figure out if he's in the Matrix. He just told Picard to shut up 2 times in a row. Oh my God, he told Deanna to back off. I was really like, I remember being like, holy shit, this is like conflict. I'm calling the Romulan Tomahawk. Tomahawk comes in and wipes away the bridge, and they're in some sort of holodeck thing, and then the movie magic comes in and makes him young again. Riker, I guess, with a proper badge and pips and stuff. Riker and him talk about, oh, there's 10 minutes remaining. That's okay. Riker and him talk about how Riker figured out the simulation wasn't real because of Minuet, who was who was part of a very special program. Lol. Just say it's porn, you dog. Yeah, it's nothing but it.
You nailed it. Big Mama Thornton. Respect.
Anyway, but what's worse is like I only know that song from like a fucking Doja Cat song. It doesn't matter. Anyway, everyone's back in the Enterprise, and the Romulans bring Riker to his son, who is being kept in a construction refuse area off set.
Without a hard hat.
Yeah. Hey, his son's name is Jean-Luc. That's nice. Was that his name in Picard too? I don't remember. No. This kid's name is Ethan. Wait, the kid's name is Ethan? Because like
it's a simulation.
Yeah, it's a simulation. It's not really his son. So the kid's name is Ethan. Okay, got it. I'm also high right now. Just kidding. Ethan, okay. I'm very fixated on the names. Speaking of which, Meridian 6 space station is where he came from, and Riker's like, I haven't heard of that, but I believe you, I guess. Trap. He says that he'll get them out of there. Ethan doesn't believe him because he has been found after he escaped once. But they found him when he left his hiding spot to find food, so I don't know if that's really reflective of the Romulan skill at finding him. They just came upon him and otherwise wouldn't have known where he was. He was there for weeks. I don't know. What were the writers thinking? I really went down a fucking rabbit hole here.
You really got caught up on this part. Your focus is
my concern was like Ethan didn't believe that Riker could get them out of that situation because he's like, oh well, they'll find me. But they only found him. The Romulans only found him when he left his hiding spot. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Some chase ensues. My potatoes are almost done. I'm making chicken piccata.
Ooh.
Riker and Ethan get to some abandoned storeroom and start moving blocks around for no purpose. He shows Riker the map of the tunnels. I'm sorry, this kid made a pretty good fucking map, and Riker looks at it for a second, then walks off in a circle, suggesting a stupid option to get out. Ethan slips up and says Ambassador Tomahawk instead of Captain Tomahawk, and Riker starts picking apart this other simulation, I assume. Yes. Everyone and everything disappears, and Riker accuses Ethan of being in charge of everything. On the Enterprise, Picard and Data pick up on Riker's signal, and they're like, "Where have you been? What's up down there?" And he's like, "I'm about to find out. Stand by." Stand by? Oh, just stand by. I'm just gonna deal myself alone with this entity that controls space and time, or just illusions or something. Illusion. Like that kid that was hiding in the freezer from the babysitter. Did you ever see that clip? That
Yes.
okay. Don't check on me in 15 seconds or anything. Meanwhile, a bunch of orbs light up around, and Ethan apologizes for being a threat to Wesley in my young heart. Then he drops his human outfit and introduces himself by his real name. And Riker goes, "To me, you'll always be Jean-Luc."
Oh, God.
How dismissive of this other culture. Like, come on. This is all in caps now. I love this show. I have to make dinner now. The end.
Amazing. Okay,
Oh
on that
God.
note, let's close this one out and we'll open up a new one.
Okay, bye.
That was an epic disaster on both our parts of just trying to figure out, like, what are we doing? I liked it. Frankly, I thought it was
I
hilarious.
did too. I mean, I still have no idea what happened in the show because I didn't see the whole thing. Just like I never finished Genesis, but I'm kind of happy I didn't because I don't like the ending. Like, I don't like all the animals.
Scary spiders and stuff like that.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't need it.
You don't. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. It's time to talk about what we thought of the episode. I mean, I liked this episode. I think I remember not disliking it. I love the opening with the trombone playing classic birthday party Riker. Although, like, it still looked like a pretty lame birthday party in my opinion. But you know, we had this conversation already about how 10 Forward needs a social committee. So they need some beer pong and darts and pinball. Or use the holodeck to have a cooler place to hang out, right?
You can literally be anywhere. You could be on a boat.
Oh, yeah, you could do whatever you want. Yeah. Hang glide off the cliffs of Dover or whatever you want. Anyway, good mystery, totally confusing, definitely believable in the beginning that maybe something is going on and he did lose some time, but then you stop and think, with the writers and the people of Star Trek really push us forward into the future permanently. Yeah. Just overall, like, it was okay. You can skip it probably. Like, it's not the end of the world if you don't see it, but it was all right.
Yeah, you don't really gain anything by watching it. It's just one of those departures from the overall arc of the story. Like, it was just like a bit of a creative departure. It's fine.
Exactly, and it's Riker centric, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my
God. Does have a type though. Apparently, ship's counselors.
Right. Try to unpack that. Another counselor. Would you like to start us off with a little bit of the good old fashioned Internet Movie Database trivia goofs?
I would.
Goof trivia? Goofy trivia?
Hope I don't. Oh, Goofy.
What kind of dog was Goofy?
What kind?
I don't know. Was he a black lab?
No.
Was he a
Basset hound?
Basset hound?
Jeez, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of dogs?
Dog was Pluto?
What kind of dogs wear overalls and walk on their hind legs only? And wear a hat?
Probably one that you see on, like, America's Got Talent, and it's totally against its will. All right.
Okay. The turbo lift scene with Riker and young Jean-Luc was added because the show was running short and was written only the night before it was to be shot. Okay.
Whoa, okay, that explains it all.
Yeah.
This is the first appearance of Nurse Alyssa Ogawa.
I was wondering about that because I was like, wait, I recognize her. But they didn't make her look any older. When Riker wakes from his coma, Crusher first wears a badge with 4 rank pins, then no badge, and then suddenly a badge again.
Oh, come on. Continuity.
I just as an actor, I would be like, okay, my badge is off and on. Can we just like keep it on?
But what if you were doing like shoots like a week later because you had to reshoot something because they finally got the chance to look at it editing? Would you remember those details?
Why would
Probably
you
not.
ever not have the badge on? It does. Yeah, you know what?
You know what? That's a good point,
Well,
though, too.
and maybe human resources. They didn't have enough people just to be like, yo,
Yeah,
we know what that's like.
absolutely.
Really bringing it into reality here.
Here we are. This is getting real.
Woof.
As Admiral Picard talks with Captain Riker in the conference room and says, "Will your sound of mind and body, if you are properly briefed, you'll still be able to perform your duty." You can see a giant, like, gnat, fly or mosquito buzzing around his uniform. How did a fly get on this ship?
I love that.
Yeah.
Riker comments on the unlikelihood of a Ferengi ensign, which finally became a reality in DS9 Favor the Bold.
Hell yeah. Don't ever discount those Ferengi.
Never knew.
The song that Riker plays on his trombone is called Misty.
Like, as in I get?
Yeah.
Well, all right. After the Romulans placed Riker in the cell with Ethan, a boom microphone shadow can be seen next to and above Riker's shadow as he moves across the cell from one side to another.
Come on, guys. Wake up. Come back from your smoke break and figure out the alignment here.
Figure it out, Ron.
Figure it out. As Riker and Ethan hide, Ethan shows off his plan of the base, which is on transparent plastic. In a close-up shot, however, the plan material has changed to onion skin paper. Someone was really paying attention.
Yeah, there's a blueprint specialist fucking weighing in on here. Like, yeah, all right, we get it. You went to school. In the future, Picard mentions that Riker's loss of 16 years is, quote, almost beyond belief. Jonathan Frakes went on to host Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction,
which is a phenomenal show. It's on Amazon Prime, and I've got to get my butt in gear and start watching them. And then we will have a fact or fiction corner.
Yeah, or a full-on fucking new podcast because I don't know.
Beyond Belief and back again. A fact or fiction. I don't know. Okay. In Riker's future aboard the Enterprise, there's never a beauty shot of the Enterprise exterior. It's a clue that that's not reality.
Oh. Okay.
Would you rather... I got nothing. Would you rather play the trombone or the trumpet?
Oh, well, so I've played trumpet before, and I would choose trumpet again because I don't like the slide of the trombone not being perfect in terms of like a note, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So like trumpet, you've got the 3 doodads.
Mm-hmm. Buttons?
Yeah, the buttons and the holes and stuff. But with the trombone, it's just the slide. And I think it would be okay. In fact, it would probably be easier on your embouchure / mouth to play the trombone because the trumpet's really hard. It's like they're both hard. Any brass instrument is difficult where you have to like use the pressure of your breath to like force a sound out of it. That's why I played saxophone, man. Yeah. Yes. Fuck that noise. It's called an octave key.
Mm-hmm.
Get it. Woodwinds for life. It includes
absolutely. I know. Well, your reed woodwinds would be part of. Oh yeah, woodwind. Oh yeah, that's us. That's true. Okay. If you were to wake up tomorrow and it's 16 years in the future, what do you think it would look like?
Okay, first, I hope it's not in this condo.
Fair.
Second, there's some other things that have happened that need to be in play before I can even like consider this. But like, there's no more war in Ukraine because that had a good ending, whatever that is, and climate change is kind of like corralled in a way that we're managing to live with it okay. That being said, what was the question? What do I want to see?
Well, yeah, yeah, sure. Like, pick 3 things that you want to have happening, and if you were to wake up and it's 16 years in the future, all of a sudden.
Okay, like I have like a decent fucking work-life balance. right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it goes without saying that, like, I'm with John, things are good, my family's good, we're good, you and I mean,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
The podcast is still going.
The podcast is better than ever.
It's virtual reality style now.
I have a different car. God, 16 years, like a lot could happen, right? We'll have a dog.
I like it.
I might be on dog number 2.
Whoa.
What about you?
16 years from now, if I wake up, I want to be retired at
That'd
58.
be nice. Yeah, yeah.
I will be living in my dream home with Brad still. It will be the house that we will die in. We will have a property in like Arizona or something so we can be snowbirds.
Mm-hmm.
We got tons of dogs, chickens. I look like I'm 25. Technology has come that I've been able to remove all my tattoos and start fresh with a whole new set that are free and don't hurt. So technology's really done that. And yeah, I guess there's no war. People are good. Like
War's over.
war's over. There's no drug problems.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, it's not the Handmaid's Tale, which is kind of the direction it's going in the US right now. And to that, I just want to say, shame on you, states that are taking away women's rights, while BC, as a province, as of April 1st, is having free birth control contraceptives for all women, including the morning after pill. It is scary to think that they could possibly send a woman to death penalty for getting an abortion in some states if they pass the things that they want to pass. That's fucked up. So in my future, that's not a thing.
Well, and yeah, I won't get into it, but the argument that, like, oh, you can just adopt. Are you going to fucking adopt the child that I don't want? Are you going to adopt it?
Yeah. Are you going to support so that there's better social workers and foster care systems in place for these children?
No? You're not going to do that?
Offer more support for food stamps and stuff for single mothers who are left with kids and they have to try to work and,
No. Not going to do that?
Not interested?
Nope. Going to make it illegal instead to avoid that?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, good luck.
Stop.
Anyway, that's a whole other podcast.
It is.
Yeah, that's that in a nutshell is future imperfect. And you know what? It wasn't perfect. It was imperfect and it wasn't even real. So thank God for that. I'm glad we watched it. I watched half of actually, you know what? I watched half of it. Obviously, I didn't like it that much. I didn't care to watch the other half. But I am excited for the next episode we're gonna watch because it is the first Duty Wesley centric season 5 with young Tom Paris too. Although I don't think it's actually Tom Paris. It's just the actor. Or is it? I can't remember.
I guess we'll find out. That'd be kind of
we'll find out. I think it's time to give a little spoiler warning for our listeners. If you have not watched episode 3, season 3 of Picard, we're going to talk about it right now. We're not talking about season 4 or 5 yet. Haley has not had a chance to watch them, so we're going to save them up and we're going to talk about those later. But I just want to talk about this great episode and how much I loved the flashback scene where Riker is celebrating the birth of his child and Troy's is like, bring the whiskey! You're out there smoking! Like, so funny. Your child is projectile vomiting all over me. So cute. And cute. I love Liam Shaw. And when they're like, somebody was giving up the lowdown on something weird that just happened, he's like, well, that's fun. Anyone else want to throw more weird shit at me? Like, he's so sarcastic and fed up, and I'm here for it. I love him.
Totally.
Tell me about your thoughts on seeing Worf.
I mean, I think Worf has always been one of my favorite characters because I feel like he's super gruff and he can be kind of intimidating and scary, but like ultimately he's just gonna offer you a cup of chamomile tea.
Oh my god!
Like what? And also, like, I'm also on a mindfulness journey, Worf, and so I'm feeling you. Loved seeing him be back. I don't understand what's happening with the water people or the liquid people or whatever.
17 seconds. It was a pretty high stress, like, get us out of here.
That was an
We're singing
intense.
goodbyes. Like,
There were some intense scenes. I'm just gonna skip right to the end and say how surprised I was to see Riker dismiss Picard from the bridge. I thought he was gonna kind of look at him and be like, "What now? Like, what do we do now?" And instead, he was like, "You fucked us. Like, get out." And I was
yeah.
like, "What is happening? Can't say that to your dad." Anyway,
No. My son and my father, both named Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc Jr. Junior. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, did you watch the we talked about this already when we were having our nails done about the Oscars and the winning the kid with the kid that was in Harrison Ford hugging. Oh, so sweet. I love that. It was such a great nerdy moment. And it was like,
that's so cute.
it was all I ever wanted. I'm very excited for you to watch the next couple of episodes. I'm very excited to watch. I'm waiting for new episodes. Like, I got to see the first 6 episodes ages ago, and episode 6 comes out this week. It's a great one. There's like every episode seems to have like a pretty epic cliffhanger at this point. Like, it's never a dull moment, and I'm so excited to see how the series ends. I don't want it to end. People are going bananas online advocating for a spin-off Titan series with Shaw and Seven, and I am like, I'm here for it 100%, especially if Terry writes it, the guy who's been writing season 3. He's phenomenal. And Liam Shaw is a great character that I want more of. Yeah.
Nice.
But who knows? They're like, people are getting a little nervous about Paramount Plus is like cutting back on spending or all this type of stuff. So there's no new season of Disco. Like, it's after the next season it'll be the last, and then they don't think there's going to be a Section 31 show anymore, especially with Michelle Yeoh having won an Oscar. Like, can they afford her in a show?
Point.
And there hasn't been much talk about it, so now there's only Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks, and can we trust that they're going to get more seasons? Like, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little stressful. Anyway, at least that's not my 16-year future. In my 16-year future, there's 400 Star Trek TV shows and a Harry Potter TV show, and that's all there is. And I star in half of them. It's fantastic. I never knew I had acting chops until I hit 50.
True.
50. I'm 50
years old.
Okay, on that note, let's close it up because it's time for me to take Frank for a walk and then get some lunchy lunch. Yeah, that's it. That's all, folks. Another episode of Rewind for your oral pleasure. We hope you enjoyed it.
Your oral. Yeah.
Well, if you like what you heard today and you want to listen to the unedited version or support other great shows on the Trek Geeks Podcast Network, consider supporting us on Patreon. You'll get access to raw records and cool swag. Check out more details on the Trek Geeks website. And you can always find me and hit me up on Twitter if you want to chat, Dan Island Sarah, or MySpace. Just kidding. Thanks again to the network and Villa Dan and the listeners, 5-year mission, and thanks to Star Trek. Like, just thanks.
Yeah.
Tune in next time when we talk Wesley and the first duty. Haley frequencies.
More like first cutie.
Apparently.
Coconut.